Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Serenity. Today's video will be covering Uranus and retrograde. Uranus goes retrograde on Saturday, August the 15th of 2020 and will run all the way through January 2021. Yeah, a really long time. So this is my take on this astrology. And because of that, it may not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Okay, so why should you care about Uranus going retrograde, and what does it mean? What does it symbolize? Uranus is one of the outer planets, meaning it doesn't affect our personal lives as heavily as some of the faster moving planets like Mercury or Venus. And speaking of that, when we hear the word retrograde, we immediately think about Mercury retrograde, right? Which is about missed phone calls, dropped communication, travel delays, broken things, being late for appointments, and all of that, because Mercury rules travel and communication. Uranus doesn't have that kind of effect on us. It's actually a really intense time of personal growth. When Uranus moves retrograde, it's actually easier for us than when it's moving forward. It's a planet of innovations, breakthrough, awakenings, and it's known for the bringing forward the energy of sudden changes, chaos, and shocks. It rules Aquarius, the quirky innovator. It's a spiritual planet that brings about global as well as personal changes by revelations, shocks, chaos, and dramatic reveals. It also rules our higher mind. It rules astrology, yoga, and Kundalini energy. But it's also a very internal planet, if that makes any sense. It's going to affect us in a more internal way than something general like being late for appointments or dropping your favorite coffee mug. It's a little bit different. It will affect us definitely on an individual level, but it will also affect society as a whole, which is kind of exciting. So when this planet is in retrograde, it starts the process of us looking inward and reviewing the events of the past year, which, we have a lot to review in 2020, right? Moves us to looking for the meaning behind these lessons and then what we can do with that information. So it is a really good time for personal growth, self-healing, and for kind of integrating these changes that happen to us or were thrust on us. Uranus is also about community, the future, technology, science, and the big one, revolution. When this planet is in retrograde, it's a time when we start really looking at the changes from the past. We look back at history and we see how not only have we changed, but how society has changed. Maybe we see where society needs to change a little further too. Being that it's going to be retrograde the entire time in Taurus is going to be really interesting. Taurus is a very comfortable, grounded, pleasure-loving earth sign. So you can see they're going to be at odds. Those of you out there that have a lot of Taurus in your chart will definitely be affected by this retrograde more than other people. Uranus typically spends about 7 years in each sign. When it is in Taurus, its innovative energy is put to more practical application. So while you still may be feeling kind of rebellious, it's a little bit more grounding, if you will. It shifts our focus to really thinking about values, personal values, and society as a whole. And it will probably highlight political as well as economic changes that are happening and then what also needs to change. It will probably have us questioning what we actually consider to be financial safety or personal safety. What does success translate to you? How much money do you have to have in the bank to feel successful or to feel secure? Does this mean you need more possessions or less possessions? Things like that. It's going to shift us, like I say, more into those internal deep thoughts. So it's going to be really interesting. The good news is we can make extreme progress in our finances, in our relationships, and basically in our personal healing during this time, so we shouldn't run away from this energy. We should take it as a blessing. Also, because of the nature of Taurus, if you're having drama in your relationships, romantic, family, or at work, those will be highlighted, and Uranus will push you to discovering the root cause and then also push you to either healing this matter or stopping it. We are in the midst of a huge paradigm shift, and I keep talking about we're in the middle of transformation, and people keep going, well, when is it going to be over? Not for a while yet. I think we're on the last leg of it, the last third of it, but we still have a ways to go. We're not going to be through this before the end of February of 2021, in my opinion. And it could be longer. We can actually expect the ripples of these changes to continue on. Take this opportunity now to look at your life and look at the relationships, which ones are working and which aren't, and why. And then from there, really get clear on what you need to integrate or what you need to heal to feel your best, to be the best version of you. Uranus shows you glimpses of what life could be, which is wonderful. And it also can make us very rebellious, where we want those changes and we want them now. So just be really careful of that. As retrogrades go, this is an easier one than, say, Mercury or Venus or even Mars, because when Uranus is moving forward, we have a tendency to really be in chaos. So when it goes backwards, it's actually easier to function. And you may have been sensing this coming up for a while, that things were just kind of falling into place, and that's probably this shift. So how long will this last? This retrograde is 155 days every year, and during this time the planet moves backwards 4 degrees through the zodiac. Uranus retrograde in a natal chart is fairly common, usually shows up in about 40% of people. The same is true for the other outer planets, Neptune and Pluto. Therefore, it's not considered as significant or critical as having an inner planet in retrograde. For example, Venus retrograde only affects 7% of the population. So you can see the difference there. And while we're talking about other planets, I just want to tell you really quickly, we have 5 other planets in retrograde motion. Beginning on August the 15th to September the 9th, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto will be in retrograde. On September the 9th, Mars goes retrograde, and then we'll have 6 planets for a total of 4 days up until September the 12th. How common is that? Well, 5 retrograde planets only happen 4% of the time, but 6 retrograde planets only happen 0.7% of the time. So you can see this is a very rare alignment. What do we do with this energy then? And how do we handle this? With so many planets in retrograde, it can leave us feeling very untethered, ungrounded, so kind of like we're on a roller coaster of emotions too. We can end up being apprehensive, nervous, fatigued, out of the blue for no reason, and then it's gone the next day. It's things like that. It's pretty much like ascension symptoms. They're just there for a little while, then they're gone. It can also leave us feeling very melancholy and with the feeling that the world has slowed down and almost stopped. Because when so many planets are in retrograde, that's what it feels like. Time slows down. You may feel anxious or nervous with no apparent reason. Keep this in mind. That's probably what it is, and it's only a short period of time. But it's wise to not make any big decisions when these planets are retrograde. So just take it slow, practice self-care, and journal out the messages that you get or any feelings that you have, because they will definitely pay off when we get closer to Halloween. And I'll talk about that in just a minute too. Another thing though, you may be feeling that already, like things are slowing way down because of the pandemic. So that will continue into September, and you may feel stuck, you may feel fatigued, and just like, why get up? That's what it probably is. Self-care would be the best remedy for that. When Uranus is moving forward, we have a tendency to be rebellious, erratic, impulsive, chaotic, and dramatic. We have more time for introspection. We have more time to really think before we act. Because of that, it can come off as maybe you being aloof or really introverted, but in reality, all you're doing is just trying to sort through this energy. Let people around you know that you might be a little bit more abrupt and you might not be online as much, or you might not be as vocal with other people, because you are integrating all of this heavy energy. Obviously, if you're not feeling well, go see your GP. Better safe than sorry, but overall, it's just going to be a huge time of ascension, transformation, and moving forward, which is really great. Is it going to be easy? Well, it's going to be easier for some folks than others. It's going to be a time of exciting opportunities and also fun if we can move out of our own way. There is a good possibility of job offers, wonderful flashes of creativity. It's going to be extremely intense for Taurus natives or anyone who has a placement in the first 15 degrees of Taurus. The question here, Taurus, is how difficult will this be? How difficult will you make it? If you can roll with the changes, get the lessons quickly, and let go of what you're holding on to, it'll be a breeze. If you're going to try and bargain or fight this energy, it's going to be a little bit more disruptive. It's probably going to be the most challenging for Taurus, obviously, and then after that, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. And probably of those, it'll be most challenging for Scorpio. This energy, Scorpio, will highlight situations that have been growing and getting more out of control or festering over the last 6 months. You haven't wanted to deal with them, you didn't have time to deal with them, you didn't want to think about them, and now they will be highlighted. This is not going to be easy, but it is something that has to be done for you to move forward. In hindsight, this will be a blessing, but as you go through it, it will be difficult. Leo, this is going to hit you in finances. Are you playing it small? Are you staying with a job that you've outgrown? And why? Why are you holding yourself back? What are you afraid of? So investigate that. It is also likely you're going to get a job offer out of the blue in a completely different field. A different field than where you're currently working, have any experience, and the question will be, do you take it or do you stick to the plan? So valuable lessons with that. Aquarius, it's time. It's time to, just like Leo, get out of your own way. The biggest obstacle you have to the success and the happiness you dream about is the obstacles that you superimpose on yourself. You have the abilities, you have the knowledge, you have the creativity, you could be a huge force for good in the world, but you have to get out of your own way. For those signs in particular, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. This energy will be most beneficial for our Virgo and Capricorn friends. You guys will be looking at all the possibilities. Virgo, you have the possibility of also rapid spiritual growth, maybe even a spiritual pilgrimage will come out of this. Capricorn, you're going to see what you need to change to allow you to move out more into the world and grasp the happiness that it seems to be so elusive. You get glimpses of it, but then it just seems to flow away. So this will definitely help you with that. Oh, one more thing I wanted to include in this. Uranus retrograde will be the most active in the second half of October because Mercury, spoiler, goes retrograde in Scorpio, and it will form an opposition with Uranus retrograde on October the 19th, followed by a full moon in Taurus on October the 31st. That's Halloween. So we'll have a Saturday full moon Halloween in Taurus. We'll have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and Uranus will be retrograde in Taurus. The full moon will be especially strong during that time, and at this point I'm scheduled to be in New Orleans to do this forecast live. I don't know if it's going to happen though because of the virus, so that's kind of where we are. But this is going to be a pivotal time of change, of growth, of awakening, of ascension, and it's probably going to be a political shakeup, all kind of stuff in the news, and moving into November too, which, I mean, it's not really surprising, but I think some of the things that come out during that time will leave us kind of shocked. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we have a lot happening with this alignment, and I do hope that you can make the most of it. Don't be afraid of it. It's going to be much easier and kinder to us, even Taurus, than Mercury retrograde. Embrace retrograde. Be willing to see the lessons and be willing to integrate the changes that it's bringing forward, because all of this is for your highest good. It may not be what you want right this moment, but once you make these needed and necessary changes, you will see your life flow and come together in a way that looks like magic. I hope you enjoyed this mini class. If you have questions, you can always find me at Serenity, and if you would like to book your own private reading, you can find me there as well. If you haven't already, please hit that bell and subscribe so you'll be notified of all the new videos about to come out. And thank you for being a part of the Serenity family. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.